Hey YouTube, this is the Robinhood Investor. Hope you had a great week of trading. As always, I really appreciate your support. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about investing, subscribe to this channel. Today I'm going to talk about Docusign stock, ticker symbol DOCU. Make sure you stick to the end of the video for my opinion on this stock. So Docusign is currently priced at $139 per share. Past year, up 195%. Past 5 years, up 265%. And it IPO'd around 2018 of end of April, early May. Scrolling down a bit, market cap is $25.57 billion. P ratio does not exist, means they're not profitable at the moment. And dividend yield is 0, which means they're reinvesting all profits back into growth. In terms of analyst rating, 60% give it a buy, 33% give it a hold, and 7% give it a sell. Actual earnings per share beat expected earnings per share by 2 cents. So you can see actual EPS is 12 cents versus the expected 10 cents. So Docusign is a cloud-based electronic signature solution. So if you have any documentation that needs a signature, Docusign has the products and solutions to allow that and allow that signature on that document. And this is very helpful during these times when a lot of people are working remotely and need official documentation signed, and Docusign is a official way to do that. Now, in terms of the key statistics, you can see that trailing PE does not exist, but forward PE is 166.24, which means they're heading towards profitability. In terms of 52-week change, 169% up, and at all-time highs this past 52 weeks, $150 per share. 52-week low is $43 per share. You can see for share stats, 7% held by insiders and 83% held by institutions, which is very high. For dividend yield, they are not paying a dividend yield. Now for profit margin, as I mentioned, they're not profitable at the moment, so this is negative 19. Management effectiveness is return on assets is negative 6.57. Return on equity is negative 37.56. Income statement, you can see the revenue growth year over year is 38%, which is good to see. In terms of EBITDA, negative, and quarterly earnings growth year over year, it seems like Yahoo Finance does not provide that. Balance sheet, you can see that total cash is $757 million. Cash per share, $4.14. Total debt is $673 million. Debt to equity, meaning for every dollar equity they have $128 in debt. Now for cash flow, you can see that operating cash flow, $129 million, and levered free cash flow is $254 million. Taking a look at the fiscal year 2021 Q1 financial review, you can see that strong growth in billing and revenue. So for billings, you can see it's up 59% from Q1 fiscal year 20 to Q1 21. So that's year over year growth. For revenue, it's up 39%, which is great to see. For most recent quarter, 88% was enterprise and commercial versus 12% web and mobile. So majority of them is enterprise and commercial revenue. But it's good to see that kind of revenue growth as well as billings growth. You can see that revenue visibility, it's very strong. Revenue contribution for most recent quarter, 95% was subscription versus 5% was professional service and other. So good to see some growth there. Average contract length. So you can see dark blue is less than or equal to 12 months and light blue is greater than 12 months. By contracts, you can see majority of it is less than or equal to 12 months. And then dollar weighted, 67 was less than or equal to 12 months. But it's good to see that the average contract length was about 14 to 18 months. So it seems like companies are using their product, subscribing to it for more than a year. Their customer customer base is also growing. And you can see that Q1 20 last year, 508,000 versus this year, 661,000. So total customers up 30%. Enterprise and commercial customers, you can see it's up 49% from 60,000 to 89,000. Solid growth. In terms of leverage, you can see it also increased. So gross margin, so for subscription versus total, it went from 86% to 84%. For total, it went from stayed consistent 79%. So this is a very high margin business. Once they have their solution available, customers, more and more customers use it, making them higher margin and more profitable. Headcount, they also increased their employee headcount. So last year was 3,219. This year, 4,281. And 73% of that was domestic, meaning in the US, versus 27% international. So majority of their workforce is in the US. Non-GAAP operating expenditure, R&D, you can see that they increased their R&D by 1%. S&M, they decreased by 2%. Actually, what is the light blue? And G&A is down by 2%. So for profitability and cash flow, you can see that last year, operating income 5% versus this year 8%, which is getting better. Cash flow, OCF versus FCF, you can see an increase year over year. Great to see the improvement in cash flow. Now for Q2 guidance, forward looking, total revenue is between $316 to $320 million. Their subscription revenue, $298 to $302 million, and their billings between $333 to $343 million. Again, the gross margin is going to be around 80%, which is very solid numbers for this kind of company. Sales and marketing, 48 to 50%. Scrolling down a bit, you can see, these numbers for the entire year 2021 guidance. Total revenue is around 1.3 billion. Subscription revenue around 1.24 billion, and billings about 1.5 billion. Gross margin around 80%, a high margin business. So overall, in terms of Docusign, I think it's a very solid growth stock, and they continue to increase the revenue, their billings, and as more and more customers, businesses head towards the online business, they will need an official signature solution like Docusign. And even though they're not profitable or have a strong profit margin, I think as more and more customers use this product, they'll become a more profitable company. But for now, even though it's a growth stock, it's not profitable, and I don't plan on starting a position anytime soon. That's all for this video. What are your thoughts on Docusign? Comment down below. Remember to use referral links below, and both of us get $20 for using personal capital or a free stock for using Robinhood. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about investing, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video.